Blast the blasted thing. We gotta blast some stuff. So here's the deal. You've seen the entire setup here. There's a reason the camera is at the height that it needs to be, or where it is now. We have, in fact, I'll step over this way. We have a televisor up here, and its remote sensor is right there. Android TV box, that's right here, that works. But in the cabinet, we have, up in here where you probably can't see, a DVD player and a cable box. And with the cabinet doors closed, the infrared doesn't work. So we need a way to repeat the signal from the remote to these devices. And they make such things. It's called an IR blaster. So I did what any other respectable person would do. I went on Amazon and I bought one. So this came in a little bag. You have your IR guys there, IR guy here. It's got a plug on it, USB, and they give you a little wall wart that goes to USB that puts out 1 amp. It's got a red light on it, and this probably doesn't even do 500 milliamps, because when it retransmits IR, it's the light here actually blinks. So chances are very good this is not enough current for the device. There is, however, a very specific reason I went for this particular kit. It was the cheapest one. And again, what you get is this thing. This receives the signal from your existing remote. It's got a green LED on it, and it's dim, just so you know it's there, but it's not a bright big thing, which is, I don't know, if it were brighter it would have been nicer. And that goes into a whole bundle of wire, and it goes to this, which is sort of a little bit ridiculous, like that. This part over here has an 1/8 inch or 3.5 millimeter monaural plug to go into this jack over here, which I guess that's plugged in there. And then your USB thing, and the idea is you point the remote at that, the little green light on here will flicker, and these guys, which you can separate out and go wherever you want with them, will blast the IR, and they have double stick tape on them already that you can peel off, and that is the emitter, which would go right on your device, stuck on the IR window. I'm going to hedge a bet and say that it is not necessary to do that. So we're going to do an experiment here first. Let me go ahead and get everything discombobulated a bit. We'll undo the wire and put everything, plug it in how it would be. The camera should be able to see the infrared. I hate when these damn twist ties are twisted the wrong way, like counterclockwise twist. There's no reason for that. Just do it right. Oh good, there's yet another one. Why are there two on there? Also counterclockwise. Okay. So we got all that. Okay. Okay, we got that. And you plug that in, turn that on. We'll kill the bulb here and see if I could flip these guys over. I don't think they want to flip over. No, they don't want to flip over. Well, we're just going to make believe that works. Let me shut the lights and get a remote. So here is your pitifully dim green light. It might flicker a little bit, but it's not bad. You will see that when I send it IR, I don't know if you can make it out, but it kind of blinks. You can see the infrared from the remote, and the idea is these guys, I'll just hold them up to the camera, that when you shoot the yeah, that worked real well. Oh, we'll just try it like this. When you shoot the IR at that guy, there they are. Now, as bright? No, but it's not meant to be. So that's going to kind of work. Like I said, what they want you to do is put these over the IR windows on the devices. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I feel it's better to not stick it down there and have it just kind of shoot in that general area. Will it work? I don't know. We're going to have to test it out. So my plan was to get a strip of double stick tape about, yay long or so, and lay all four of these down, 1, 2, 3, 4, right next to each other. They all operate in unison, and hopefully the light will add up. I think it should. I mean, if you think about it, okay, if you have a candelier or some device that takes multiple light bulbs, I don't care what kind they are, you put one of the bulbs on, you have light. If you put a second bulb on, same wattage, same everything, exact same bulb across the way, you get more light. You put a third one on, you get yet more light. So if all of these are flashing in unison, it should theoretically be brighter, and hopefully within a dark cabinet, it'll work. So we're going to test that out. Now, one other thing. I had another beautiful brain fart of an idea. Now that everything is hooked up, and I have cable going to the TV out in the backyard, there's no way to change the channel there. This kit, to be honest, was under 10 bucks. That's cheap enough that I can afford a second one. What's nice about this is it has this 1/8 inch, that's the old school SAE version, 3.5 millimeter monaural connector. Now a lot of times, let's see, I got this guy here, you'll find cables like, I could have used this the other day. You find cables like this, they're all stereo now, so finding monaural ones, which is not carrying sound in this case, are hard to come by, but you can certainly still get them. So I went on Amazon and I started looking after doing some testing. So let's do the testing first. Over here, I have this mess. This is an ancient earphone. We used to call them earphones before they were called headphones or earbuds. An ancient extension cord for an earphone. And when I say earphone, we're talking about like a what do you call it? Like a fucking AirPod or something. Them little shits that go in your ear, but it's still got a wire on it. And you had one of them. So it went in one ear, and the other one was just open to that. And the idea was, back in the day, your typical AM or AM/FM radio and television would have a headphone jack. And typically, it was 1/8 inch, we used SAE in those days, 1/8 inch monaural, exactly this, which is exactly that, same exact plug. So that's all fine and good. That makes a lot of great sense there. I don't know where this came from. This was made, I think, in other words, what I'm saying is, I don't know if this was purchased from someplace. Maybe it was. Maybe there was a repair done here. I don't know. But the cabling is cheap, scary, and there is a break in insulation on one of the wires here, which I put some electrical tape on many years ago. All I can tell you about this thing is my dad used to use this to listen to the television in his bedroom without disturbing my mother, and I remember every now and again he'd break this out and use a little earphone. He also used to have a pillow speaker. I don't know if anybody remembers them. You'd stick it under your pillow and you could hear the sound that way. So this has been around since at least when I was a kid. If not, it's even older than I am. But it works. So now, here's the experiment. The experiment is, what if we plug this extension cord? And I'm going to guess this cord has got to be more than 10 feet, probably more like 20 or even 25. Now let's shut the lights. And we'll hit this with the remote again. Let me get these guys. And again, I gotta get these like right on the money here for you to see them. And they have to be right at the right angle. Look at that. They work. They work just fine. Again, at the right angle. So the plan is to get another one of these kits and then make a new extension cord. I'm not using this one. No way. This has to stay exactly as it is and pretty much like never be used because of how it is, and it's kind of fragile in that. So definitely don't want to mess up that vintage one. Going through my audio shit, I happened to have this. I don't know why or what this was from. This is one of them old school jacks that you could actually solder to. I don't know why it clicks like that, but there's the wire soldered. I don't know if they're shorting or who soldered this or when or what. I could obviously meter that before anything, but I don't actually even need to use this, and I'm not going to put it together just now because it doesn't seem to want to screw on nicely. So before I break it on camera, I went on Amazon and I found plugs like these and outlets like these, and they're all on a little wire. It looks just like that, except a bit longer and maybe a little nicer and newer. I'm going to make my own extension cable, and the plan is, which won't work, the plan is to build it in place. That is to say that I'm not going to put the connectors on and then try to feed it out, because I have an existing hole and I don't even know if I could fit one wire through there. So the idea is to send the wire through to the outside. This entire jobber will be there. This plugs into that and then goes in the house. In the cabinet is another one of these, which I'll set up in exactly the same way, and hopefully that will work. This is all pending that my double stick tape kind of type job will do the trick. So we're going to go ahead and test that out, and in the future, might it be sooner than later? I don't know yet. It depends how ambitious I get and how cold it is outside. I might try to pop that wire through there, and then I can go ahead and build the cable that I need using this plug and the jack for it at the other end inside, and run it through the ceiling where the S-video cable and composite cable for the bar goes, because that's a straight shot across and in, or maybe I don't even need to go that way and I can go a different way. I'll figure it out in time and things and stuff. And if that works, then I can have a remote just like this, because I got extras. Keep that right outside, and now I can use the TV out there as if there were a cable box for the tune of $9 plus some connectors. I don't know, $15 for the 2 sets that I got, and some wire which I already have. So for the tune of, you know, if you even split that for the amount it is, we're looking about $15, maybe all told, in parts, not counting any kind of labor or anything like that. That pretty much is the rental fee for Cable Box for 1 month. So after 1 month, I will break even on this deal, and after that, keep making money on it, which is nice. Not really, but I'm not spending the money, I'm saving the money, so you're making it in that regard. Okay, so now I'm going to get some double stick tape, try to line these up on there, and we'll see how that goes. So what I'm trying to do is put these exactly as straight as I can make them. I don't think this is really going to work, but it's just an interim plan that I had. It's not quite perfect, but it's close. And then I can take that and tape these wires down, making sure to get over each individual wire, like that. And now they are all roughly in line with each other. Slap the double stick tape on that. So I have that here, but I want to get a wire cutter and make it nice. So with that, I can now take this double stick tape and apply it to that. Press that down good. And now we'll peel off this tape, which I have to get apart. I hope that didn't dick it. No, we're good. And pull that out. And there you go. There's all four, pretty close to in a row like that. Yeah, there's other double stick tape. Yes, I can trim that, or I can just leave it and let it act as better adhesion to the surface. So now I'll go install this. Okay, there it is, mounted on the other side of this cleat with the magnets right here, screwed to this wood, so we know that's good. Just temporary for now until I get everything sorted out. I got to run the wires nice, which is probably going to be just over that, and we'll call it good. Back of the cable box has a USB port, so that's plugged in, and a little receiver for the existing remote. I think we'll put maybe on the wall right there, or on the molding right there, or somewhere conspicuous but inconspicuous. Maybe even on top of the Android TV box. It has its own double stick tape. Moment of truth. We're going to go ahead and close the cabinet doors. Take out my light, which has pretty well dead batteries. Okay, now let me shut the lights so we can see things better. Get the camera set up and we'll test it out. You can see the cabinet doors are closed, so there's no hanky-panky going on. That was smart. Now I can't see because I haven't programmed the cable remote for the TV yet. We'll turn the TV on. It had a picture and went away. That's on the Android TV box. We're going to go ahead and change that to cable. And this is the news. What I'll do is set the volume all the way down and hope this doesn't get copyright hit, at least for a few minutes. And with all set up and any luck, when I press the button on the remote, oh, dick, it works! Ah, it works, yes! Absolutely. Wow, that is just fantabulous. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's go to 58. That works too. Nice. Oh, that's definitely copyright. Can't see any of that. Okay, so that works. Damn, that worked out just exactly as I had envisioned it to begin with. DVD now. So DVD, I don't have a remote here. This is an old episode of let's make a deal. I don't know how to work this remote without the lights, so we're gonna just make believe you can't see that for the copyright in the meantime. And let's see. Yeah, it did come up with next. And there's my old Chevy. We had that, and if I go previous, takes it a minute to, there's let's make a deal again. Next. Back again. This remote doesn't work too well. I'm pretty sure the batteries are just about stone cold dead in it. It's kind of clunky. Yeah, so that definitely works. Do we have a stop button just for shits that we do even? Yeah, there it goes. It friggin' works! Yes! I love that! That is awesome! Oh, I can't stand it. It worked out exactly as I planned. I want to see what it looks like on the molding, because I kind of like that. Here you don't see the green light. I want to see the green light. Other places I thought of were here, but I said, I don't know if I like that quite as much. Or somewhere else, maybe on the inside of that, right over there. I thought maybe that might be an option. Or I had thought previously about putting it here, but I think that's just, it's too much. So I think I'll stick this down there in the dark with some electrical tape just to see what it looks like, because I want to be able to see the green light. And if that works fine there, then I'll see what it looks like on the wall, and I'll finish mounting it up. So I gotta do that now. I had to break out my trusty Arrow Model T50 staple gun. I bought this brand new. I'd like to say it's Staples because it would make sense, but I think it was Home Depot. I don't remember. All I know is I bought this brand new about 25 years ago. I got some extra staples in the box where I keep it. This used to ride around in the trunk of my old Chevy for a really long time. Interestingly, there is no rust here at all. However, there is rusty looking shit there. I don't know why. It says it's heavy duty as well. And I don't know what else is here. Oh, more instructions and shit. Wow, I got the whole deal, complete with its styrofoam and maybe a little pebble. I don't know. But I broke this guy out after that long. I don't know. I might have used this once in this house, but that's it. I really haven't since. And I put some cable ties up in the cabinet, so that way the wire wouldn't just drape and drag. And, you know, because like I said, I'm doing this just right. Getting everything done just right. Did have to make a very small design change right at the last second. And you're looking at it. Yep, I put it there. I didn't want to, but it so turns out that was the best spot. Because, great, you got light from inside the cabinet. There. So now it's just light from the TV, which is on the foot. And you have that and the red light for the TV. So this way, A, you see the LED better. B, when you press the button on the remote, and M, it works a lot better there than it would have over in the corner. Because I tested that kind of sort of from the various seats down here. The one on the left side is tough because there's a monitor directly in the way. This makes it more palatable. There are the wires there that you see, but there's nothing that could have been done about that. It is what it is. Oh well, such is. That's how it goes. Could it have been hidden other places? Sure. Could I have put it under here? I think the point is the IR receiver is on top, because that's where it seemed to work the best when that was pointing, when the remote was pointing straight at it. So that probably is kind of a design flaw in it, but like I said, it's the cheapest one. However, due to the way it's designed, that would definitely work out in the backyard in the future. And as a matter of fact, I'm waiting for the parts to show up. They should show up today, but I'm not getting into that project today. That'll be in the future. So I showed you where they're hiding up in there. There, you can actually see them. Wire runs up over them. Right in the end of the cleat, I put a staple and a cable tie. Further down up there, another cable tie, another cable tie, another cable tie, and then it just runs right down. I could actually stick that right behind the DVD player, make it look even a little prettier. And it comes down right there, plugs in, and then it goes into the oblivion of wires and that, where it then plugs into the back of the cable box for USB power. And that and the other wire come up over here and do that. And I even installed it right and cut off the cable ties. So that is actually it. We are all done with this cabinet pretty much completely. One thing I did want to just do is get the light. So here, I'll just hold it like that. That didn't work. Just put this just there. Okay, just so it's here where I don't need it. I don't know where to put it is what I'm telling you. But it could be there. See? That's why I brought the light. But it doesn't work if you don't shine it in the right place. So that's the finished cabinet. Want to clean up the stereo. Got to clean the doors and the whole wood and the whole thing and all that. But it's in and it works. And that's it. And now we can shut that. We can get up and shut that. And shut that. Should oil these hinges too. There you go. All closed up. All good. And there's the remote receiver. This just works because it's out. That just works because it's out. And my problem is solved. And this is exactly what I touched upon previously about for the tune of $9 that anybody can scrape together. There are doo-doo-doos out there that won't do this. And instead, every time they watch TV, they got to open the cabinet up and then point the remote and try and, you know, put it on the left leg so it reaches better to the TV, to the cable box or the DVD or whatever it is and stuff. But no, I don't need that kind because I did it the right way. For the tune of $9 to not have to open those doors 3 times of you're sitting down after a long day and forgetting to open these fucking doors and having to get back up, it's paid for. The simplest shit, and people just don't have a clue. And look at that. The DVD player has its own built-in screensaver for my plasma TV, so don't get burning. Press a button, it just works. It just wakes up. Press play. There's Let's Make a Deal. We'll skip to the next track. And there's my old car. There you go. Oh, that is awesome. And if I play my cards right, I can make this entire system work yet again in the same fashion for the outside TV. And wouldn't that be nice? Because I'll break even real damn quick on that. We still have more to come. I can think of that video and 2 more to record in this series. So stay tuned for all of that. Thanks so much, very much, very much for watching. Listen, I appreciate everybody who's watched, and especially if you've made it this far through not only this video, but this series. Like I said, we still got more to come. The job is not done until I say it's done. And yes, remember from before, I had the volume down. So it definitely still works the way it's intended. And that. So like I said, a lot more to come. Thanks so much. I appreciate it very much. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.